Picture this, it's 1995 in Silicon Valley. A small startup just cracked the code on enterprise software. They've crossed the chasm, woohoo, but now comes the real storm, the tornado. Mainstream customers swarm in demanding lightning-fast delivery, flawless integration, and rock-solid reliability. Can the startup survive the chaos or get shredded by it? Geoffrey Moore dives deep into this raging tempest, revealing the exact moves you need to not just survive but dominate inside the tornado. Crossing the chasm isn't the finish line, it's the starting gun for the tornado's wild ride. Here's how companies catch the surge and keep pace as the market whirlwind rages. Netscape's breakthrough during the mid-90s web boom is classic tornado storytelling. After leaping the chasm, Netscape's browser spread so fast the company barely kept up with demand. Sales were skyrocketing in every direction. They weren't just selling software, they were riding a tidal wave of consumer hunger for the internet. Think of the tornado like an actual hurricane of customers, volatile, powerful, and unrelenting. Moore explains this storm isn't about slow, patient market education. It's massive, fast, and noisy. Companies must move with precision and speed or get swept away. It's chaos if you're not ready and gold rush if you are. Inside the tornado, fuzzy visionary ideas don't cut it anymore. You switch to ruthless execution and operational excellence. Moore stresses the shift. The company needs to deliver, deliver, deliver. Execution replaces evangelism. This changes the divide between being a niche darling and becoming a mainstream giant. So the tornado's roaring, but you can't just grab every customer all at once. Moore's next gem, the bowling alley, a step-by-step path that pins down niches before knocking over the whole lane. Moore tells the story of a software company targeting specialized hospital departments, not the entire healthcare system at once. By pinpointing an urgent, narrow niche, they scored early wins that built momentum like a bowling ball knocking down the first pins, setting up a strike. The tornado's tricky. Early adopters are passionate tech geeks, but the mainstream wants pragmatists who don't want headaches. Moore's analogy, the geek is your early fan, the pragmatist is your paying mainstream customer. Convincing pragmatists requires shifting messaging from cool tech to trusted solution. Reference customers act like pins aligned right for a strike. Their adoption reassures others, sending ripples through the market. Moore gives examples where one respected client in a niche convinces others to follow. It's social proof multiplying, a chain reaction that turns market niches into a full-blown roaring crowd. Living inside the tornado feels like surfing a monster wave, too slow and you wipe out, too fast and you lose control. Here's how companies ride this wild edge for long-term dominance. Moore highlights how Compaq partnered tightly with component suppliers to speed product delivery during the PC boom. Their carefully orchestrated supply chain was like a team paddling in sync on a giant wave, making sure the company stayed ahead while competitors flailed in chaos. The tornado demands infrastructure changes fast. Think customer support, logistics, and scalable production all upgraded on the fly. Moore paints it like rebuilding a chain-link fence while cattle are stampeding through. If the fence breaks, you lose customers to competitors or chaos. Once you've caught the tornado, the real challenge begins. Don't get lazy. Moore warns that many companies slip into comfort, losing the urgency that built their success. The paradox: success breeds risk. If you don't keep innovating and pushing, stay sharp, or get swallowed by the next storm. Remember that startup at the start, drowning in the tornado's roar? Now you see how their secret was mastering speed, laser focusing on niches, and building infrastructure mid-storm. The tornado isn't just chaos, it's your gateway to market domination. Try this, pick one niche, lock in your first reference customer, and build everything around their needs. That's how you surf the tornado without wiping out. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.